you unclear about in your life that if you figured it out would make the biggest difference? Take a second to think about this one. This is really kind of a big picture thinking here, and it also offers a lot of potential solutions, often easier than we think that they are, or they could be. Sure, I can say that again. What are you unclear about in your life that if you figured it out would make the biggest difference? Alright, I think we're getting clearer and clearer here. Clearer focus. So, thank you again for going this deep with me. And so, upon that last question, what opportunities do you have right now? Opportunities in your life that provide you with something. That's really wonderful to hear. I think you have a number of things going for you in your life right now that could definitely build upon that. Alright, here's an interesting one that I think will really help you go there. How would you act if you were 10 times bolder? Can we actually all just be 10 times bolder, really go for it? But how would you act? What would you really go for? I'm really impressed. You just kind of came out and really said it. You should know that there's great power within you for doing that. So what does your ideal life look like in 2, 5, 10 years? It doesn't have to be your 5-year plan, just your ideal life. Describe it to me. In the future, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. That sounds glorious. I don't know that you actually need all that help from me because you really have it all bubbling up there just under the surface within you. But we can tap into it and really get you into that life. How do you want to be remembered by those you love when you're gone? about yourself.